Welcome to Ashley's Tribe to Wealth. Okay, so I was like tripping on the lighting, and I'm gonna need y'all to work with me, okay? Because I'm not in. I don't have my stuff up, so are together right now. So where I can like have my light and have the right, you know what I'm saying, angles and shit. Nonetheless, that will not affect the message that I have for you all. I was just like, let me get on here because I was sitting there channeling, and also at the same time, like, okay, let me write some of these things down because sometimes you forget, sometimes I forget some of the things that I want to share with you guys because the messages be coming through so fast. The downloads come through so fast. And a lot of the things today is going to be directed from a reflection of my present, my present endeavors. Um, I know that that will also be effective when it comes to you understanding what it is that I'm saying, because I'm sure either you've experienced it or you're experiencing it on some kind of level. So let me get down to it. I didn't even start it off, you know what I'm saying, with my thing. How you doing? Welcome to Ashley Tried to Wealth. Hi everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I love you guys all. You already know, to all of my day ones, I appreciate you. Like, I'm really, really, really wanting to hit 5K or more by the end of this year. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna have to start seeing that a little more because it's needed. And then especially if it resonate with you, it can also help others, and that's what we're here for. So if you like and you share, it helps the algorithm of the videos to get out more. Let me remind you, must I remind you that all videos are timeless, okay? It's different stages of growth, of inspiration that I, even myself, have went through or am going through, just as well as you. So, hello, Josh. How you doing, baby? What's up? What's up? What's up? So, yeah, we're gonna get to it. Hi everybody. We're gonna get to it. If you guys can't stay, it's all good. Come back. You feel me? That's good. That's good to hear. That's great to hear. Actually, you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. So we're gonna get into the message, and like I said, it will be things that I've encountered, and I would like to fully break down what it is that I've been feeling. So yeah, the messages are coming through. They're very, very heavy. So this is going to be very deep. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be deep. It's gonna get deep. So just follow me. If we're, vibing out, then I appreciate you guys all that come, all that, kick back and get this here wisdom and this here knowledge. And so I was picking up on, you know what I'm saying, on being you. You know what I'm saying? I kept hearing, just be me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to be me. In any room that I walk in any setting that I appear, I'm going to be me. I'm going to take my time with myself as well. Okay. Now, mind you, in the beginning, for those that didn't hear me say that, I'm reflecting off of the things that I've been experiencing present time. And I know a lot of you guys either experienced it or are experiencing things that's similar, you know what I'm saying, on different levels. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how this shit works. That's how we're able to relate. That's how people trauma bond. That's how we are, as humans, right? So, hi you guys. What's up? What's up, Juju baby? How you doing? Y'all came on over here to Big Mama to get some of this here, you know what I'm saying, game. And I got it, It's been a lot of downloads going down, so I am going to be patient and very clear with the messages, because I feel like a lot of you guys are having clear messages. And I also have picked up on, like, I was hearing this in the collective, or from the collective within the collective. I was hearing some are thinking, what could I be, what can I be doing? because it's boring. So if any of you guys are feeling bored right now during this time, or have been feeling bored because the things that you did once in the past no longer has any value in your life. It's no substance there. You know what I'm saying? Like you've, or at least you're breaking away from those things. You don't want to be in those settings. You don't want to be around those type of kind of things because you don't want to go back to them, or you don't, you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you're going through a discipline phase in your life. You really changing your inner world. You know what I'm saying? So it's been you guys been, awesome with keeping things real light, conversations, your business. Um and with that change, you're going to shy away from, or you're going to be moved from certain things that you once were attracted to, certain things that once attracted to you, because you no longer have that frequency. You no longer have, that essence no longer has access to your energy either. And that's why things fall off. When things start falling off and people start falling off, that's because you've realized something about either that person, that situation, that habit. And so that's how things die in your life. You know what I'm saying? So keep notes. So I'm seeing you guys take notes. You're taking notes, whether if it's mental notes or if it's notes on the note board. You feel me? I feel like, you guys are in training. I see that you guys are in training, being very intentional with your words, very intentional with your actions, very intentional when you are creating anything, that's going on in your life with your present self. I also see you being very intentional when you're explaining things to others about the words that they use to you. And that is one of the things that I as well have been experiencing. And I wanted to share that with you guys because it's very important. It's very important. So let's get into that. Let's get into that, y'all. We're going to get into that. Let's see. So this is going to be the channel message, okay? When I get into the cards, I am going to get into the cards, but a little later. Because these are channel messages that need to come out. I feel like somebody needs to hear this. If you see me looking away from the camera, I'm channeling. If you see me with my eyes closed, just it's all about the message. You know what I'm saying? Don't pay me no mind. Physically. It's the spirit that's speaking, right? Spirit speaking through me. So I was having a conversation about a word someone used with me. And it seemed like I didn't have enough time to explain. And it's a trip because, like, that's one thing I can say is that you ever been communicating with somebody or talking to somebody over the phone or whatever the case may be, and things are said and you feel the need to better explain where you stand in that conversation, or whatever was said to you that was directed towards you, to correct it. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we do have to correct people and redirect the words that they say, because you have to understand and understand that words are powerful. We know that, but at the same time, words cast spells. And when people use words, they don't understand that those words are like bullets. And if they don't know the full meaning and if they don't know the meaning behind it spiritually, and how that word was created to keep you, or to keep people in a certain state of mind, or to continue to cast spells on people for a specific reason. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so you guys know I'm very open with you guys when I be sharing shit, so I'm just gonna tell you. So it was seductress. It was seductress, seduce. That word. That was a word that was used, and it almost made me, like, instantly my soul did not resonate with that word. So I want to say, when we talk about seductress and seducing someone, okay, first let me say that there are souls that's in vessels, and there are men and women that are seductress. They are seductress. Like they actually seduce people in certain ways to benefit, or to, you know what I'm saying, to get what they want. I also know that it's a lot of manipulation. Those are like master manipulators. I feel like when you are in a relationship with someone, you should not have to manipulate the energy. It should be authentic, it should be genuine, and it should be transparent, right? I'm a straight shooter, you know. Although I know that you can seduce someone in a way where it's, you can seduce someone to where, now this would be someone that's on a positive side, where it's no intentions. The intentions are not to seduce them to benefit in a negative way, or for their own self gain, self gratification. You know, you have to know the difference between the spiritual realm and the physical realm, and that would help you along the lines of the words that's being used against you. You know what I'm saying? Are being used toward you, because some things are coming against us, right? We do have people that's against us. So the people that are against you, or have ever been against you in your life that you've experienced, they've said words against you. They've casted spells against you. You know what I'm saying? And when somebody do something in that format, is not, it's not for good. It's not for the gain. For, it's not to gain you any prosperity, or it's not to do you no, it's not no good for you, right? It's not to do you no any good. Just follow me, okay? Because words is a motherfucker, and we have to learn this shit along our path. Because if I wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't necessary. It's very necessary for your through your evolution. It's very necessary for us to redirect things, so that the other party would can learn what your soul is teaching. Because no one has said that to me. I must needed to hear it, because it really caught my attention. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I just focused in on that for a negative reason. I just know that when people use words, it's because it's something that they are experiencing a lot of in their life. Because people are reflectors, right? We reflect out what's inside of us. So when people use certain words, you have to see, like, and feel this shit out. Like, okay, if you're using that word, you know, where is that coming from? You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like a seductress is someone who, you know, can also be, let's say, towards, if it's being used in a manipulating way, for a self-benefiting way, self-gratification way against someone, right? I feel like a seductress, they have seductress souls. Okay, a seductress soul could be someone who's in the physical realm. They do shit like, they're okay with seducing other women or other men, wives and husbands. You know what I'm saying? They're okay with stepping into other people's lives in any way, as long as they're benefiting something. They don't care who they're hurting. They don't care what they're doing. Their main thing is to take what it is they want, by way of selling or giving something, by causing an illusion. You know what I'm saying? That's what a seductress do. A seductress soul will cast an illusion around you or towards you, and they will also have others that will gang up with them to help that. Okay, it's almost like, it sounds like a narcissist, right? But no, we're talking about a seductress, because there are many different souls that operate at certain frequencies, and they all have we can give them all a name. You know what I'm saying? We can put a name on them, because it's an entity, and every entity has a name, just like the government system, just like the tax system. It's everything that the humans have created. They always put a name on it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's being used for sorcery, and when the sorcery is being used against you, right? So all the systems that is created, that we've been attached to, that we are in currently, with those that have to work, those that have to pay taxes, those that go to church. You know what I'm saying? It's like a systematic thing. I talk about this. And so this should get really deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you not on this timing, this message is not going to be for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, just follow me and know that, what I'm talking about and what I'm speaking. I guarantee you, if you have gotten to this place where you've analyzed things, maybe most likely in a different way, or even similar or the same as me and what I'm speaking of, it will be seeds that will open up doors to give you a greater understanding, and that would be our souls that's connecting, and your higher self is bringing through downloads as I speak, right? Because that's how this shit work, right? um yeah, but yeah, so seductress, seducing, the words that we use. And so when I was correcting the person or speaking on it, I know fully it wasn't understood or understood why I homed in on that word. Because I know this person, because I know what this person, has experienced a lot of this person's life of experiencing, and I can honestly say that it has been seductress women, seductress men. And so the reality that they live in is not, using that word is not something that I would want to be connected to. You know what I'm saying? So we have to redirect people when they say things, especially when you know what that soul is going through or what stages they are in during the time or present time. You get what I'm saying? In the present. Let's say this present, right? And it's a part of I feel like that's a lot of growth. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not nothing personal, but let me let you know. Let me share with you what that means to me when you say it to me, because I know when you say it, you may not fully understand that what you're saying is you are casting a energy that you may still be connected to onto me and not even realize that that's what you're doing. So yes, it's course correcting. Yes, I need to say this, and it's not to have an argument. See, that's another thing too. Like, I feel like a lot of empaths, a lot of people who are like on their paths, a lot of souls that's on their paths, on their self-discovery path and all of that, like, you went through shit in life where you weren't heard. So you may rush yourself when you speak, or you may not feel like you have enough time to explain what it is that you say or how you feel. Yeah, what you say or what you feel. But if you are not given that time from the person that you need to educate, then you shouldn't be talking to them. They're not ready to move forward with you. They're not, and it's letting you know, even more about that person and where they are, even if there is a connection there, and that's someone that you may have to have in your life because of whatever the reason is. It could be because you guys have children. It could be because this. It could be because that. But because I can't connect with you in a way where I can move forward on what it is that I feel based on what you said, because with me knowing your history, with me knowing that you don't have the wisdom and the knowledge of my soul. We all have different, accolades that we hold. It's like a badge of honor. We all have different stripes, you know what I'm saying? That we've achieved. We have things that we haven't achieved. So just food for thought, y'all. This is a channeled message. You know what I'm saying? It's it's so big, you know what I'm saying? But it's very, very, very important on our path that we are aware. And as we grow with communication. We grow with being able to be patient and listen, just as well as we speak. And the person that we are connecting with, if we don't feel it in our souls that we are connecting and that we're able to both benefit and move forward with the wisdom and the knowledge. It's not no agree to disagree. We don't need to agree to disagree. Because even if you got a 9 and I got a 6, they both fucking 6s and they both 9s, really. Let's just keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no right or wrong way to say shit, really. You know what I'm saying? But what you can do is you can improve, right? That's what we do. Souls, we came here to evolve. We're on an evolution. You know what I'm saying? It's a marathon. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Okay, I'm gonna leave that right there and put a pin in that, and we might, touch bases on that again, because that's something that I feel like is in our uh I feel like that's something that's in our presence right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, our ancestors, our higher selves want to have those rich connections with other rich souls. You know what I'm saying? And even though we're gonna have connections with different level of frequencies, it's just like it's certain ones that you have to meet them where they are, and don't waste your time going in depth and deep, because they're not going to fully understand. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't feel, especially if they don't make you feel like you have the patience, or they have the patience. I'm sorry. If they don't make you feel like they have the patience to hold that space for you, like you will hold that space for them, as a light worker, as someone who wants to build positive relationships and healthy relationships. Okay, so I said enough on that. Next thing is, let's clear the energy, y'all. How y'all been doing? Hi, Jason. How you doing, babe? Jocel, how you doing? How everybody? Yes, yes, yes. Bless, 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 bless. Be to you, baby. I usually don't even use that word, but sending. All peace, all peace. But yeah, so one more time. Moving at your own pace is significant as well. You moving at your own pace. I don't know why I'm seeing like a pink blanket or something. Some of you guys can be in a bed, kicking back, laying down. I'm all in y'all business and shit. Some of you guys can be just, chilling, not doing too much. I'm saying just relaxing, getting ready for the week, That's what's up. That's the same thing I'm doing, because y'all, they having a party in a lot of different places that I could be at. And I'm like, I really been exhausted, So a lot of you guys too as well could have, be exhausted or been getting exhausted after, handling your day-to-day business in a short amount of time. So you like, wait a minute, I need the week. I need the whole weekend to so I could be operating at my highest potential. I feel like that's where we are. I feel like a lot of you guys are experiencing a lot of upgrades. You guys are experiencing a lot of aha moments, a lot of downloads, that's it's really giving like a direction is being shown. A direction is being shown, and you're actually engaging with your higher self, okay, and not being the physical part of you being your whole soul. And that direction, that direction sign that I'm seeing is like, okay, even though it's not lit up, because you are the light, and so once you step into that door, that's when the room light up. Even though it's not lit up, I'm trusting my instincts. I'm trusting what it is what I'm feeling. And mind you, we are in an instinctual time, because the snakes are in the grass. They are all around us, right? They're all around us. I see them. Okay, I see them I see them in your energy. I see them just shit in social media. Hi you guys. I see them in the spiritual realm. And I see that you are also you know um being targeted. So that, and you feel it. A lot of you guys feel it. You feel it. You know what I'm saying? You feel it. And it's signs. You know what I'm saying? It's synchronicities. it's times when you think about motherfuckers that ain't good for you. You know what I'm saying? Because of the attacks that they're sending out, and this go back to the shit that a motherfucker done said about you or how they made you feel. Like that's why I feel like that even that seductress or seducing word that I heard earlier, like it was like instinctual. I'm like, damn, I don't know. It's like words is like moving the collective when people say things. That's your instincts, though. It's like showing you exactly where they are. Because it's like, even if they say, well, I didn't, mean it like that. I meant it like this. It's like, nah, motherfucker, you didn't. Because people shy away from the truth. Because they don't want you to know the truth, but you already know. You already aware. They're telling you exactly who they are, right? When I was talking about the snakes, y'all, I had a vision about a snake maybe like, I think it was like maybe like 2 weeks ago. And mind you, we are in, I believe we're still in the time, I don't want to say time, but we're in the year of the snake, I believe. The year of the nine. And the snake is about shedding, right? Any snakes that's any snakes that's with ill intentions, the only way to take them out is by cutting the head off. And you know what I'm saying? And listening to your instinct and actually acknowledging your instincts, because snakes are slithery. They're very silent. They're, you know what I'm saying? And they move very fast. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many different elements because there's so many different snakes, right? Yeah. So I feel like that's why a lot of you guys are just real, like, um how can I say it? You're not moving fast. Like, I don't see you guys like jumping into things, like, agreeing to things, like, okay, well, yeah, anything, whether if it's business, deals, collaborations, or anything, it's like you're really, really, you know, wholly taking everything in. And if your soul not feeling it, you ain't fucking with it. And that's good, because now you're listening to your higher self. Now you're in commune. That's a lot of fucking work, y'all. Y'all done did a lot of work to get to that. And the only way that you can understand what I'm saying, I fuck understand, to overstand or understand what I'm saying, is if you are at that level. Like, if you have reached those heights within your within your trusting within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Within your trust. Because a lot of you guys have to rebuild that trust inside because of all of the things that's happened to you. You know what I'm saying? Because of all of the broken promises, the broken hearts. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. So a lot of you guys had to rebuild that relationship within. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of you guys were in hermit mode for a long time. A lot of you guys, went without having relationships or being in relationships with even people close to you. You like kind of like really, left that field because you needed to gain more, self-awareness. You needed to gain more self-trust, because if you don't trust yourself, how can you trust others? How can you know what trust truly is if you don't trust yourself? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of discipline is going on right now, and I feel like that's why the energy is real laid back. Okay, it was something else I was going to touch bases on. So that's the channel message. We're going to get into the cards. But it was something else I wanted to touch bases on. And it was about, I had seen this, my sister had sent me a video on TikTok. And the lady was talking about, it's crazy, y'all. She sent it to me today. And the lady was talking about, she was talking about how parents sacrifice their children, and how, and it's not just parents, it's certain family members that it happens in all families, y'all. I don't give a fuck, from the richest to the poorest. Let's just make it real simple and get straight to the point, where they sacrifice their children. And it's a trip, because that's how I be like, but I be so on point. Like, when I be getting on here, I know I don't give a fuck if I'm able to touch one heart. You feel me? For it to be able to blossom and grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what keep me, like, keep me going, like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that it's a fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's a war on souls. You know what I'm saying? So just being able to drop seeds of how can I say it? Drop seeds of awareness. You know what I'm saying? And wisdom is I'm grateful. But back to what I was saying. So there's they sacrifice their children. Our children are being sacrificed that's underneath um certain people or whatever, certain family members, certain parents, whatever the case may be. But like, it's also humiliation, um rituals that's going on. And so what made me, it's crazy that she sent it to me just out the blue before I got on here, and I was thinking about this shit. I think it was yesterday, or yeah, yesterday, because I was just sitting here and I'm like, damn, a lot of this shit that I done been through with like with family members growing up, and just even just how they is to this day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going through it with them today now, because I ain't with that shit. I don't allow that shit to cross over. They don't have no access to me or none of that, because I know who they is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got nothing against them, but I don't play them type of kind of, that's witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? I don't play them type of kind of games with that kind of witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? Craft is craft. I have my craft and how I do things, and they have their, and I don't fuck with that kind of, you know what I'm saying, craft, for you to better understand, right? But I was also I also went through a lot of humiliation rituals, with people in my life. And I didn't know that those were humiliation rituals. And so we see it every day, you know what I'm saying, in social media. And people think that it just happened with the elites and with rich people and things like that, because they have to sacrifice certain things in their life, or people, or, you know what I'm saying, children, or whatever the case may be, so that they can gain, a certain level of wealth, or a certain level of fame, or whatever the case may be. But people do that, that's not rich, that's in the hood. People actually do that shit. And I experienced it, and I was like, damn. And it's like I was being shown, like, that's what was happening. That's what it is. So if you've ever experienced that, then this will resonate with you. I feel like a lot of you guys may need to hear this, so that you can know, if you did experience that's what was happening. So when you see it, you identify what it is, because it's still happening in our communities. You know what I'm saying? Like, these motherfuckers, if you pay attention to a lot of these kids, is like disappearing, and that's being, unalived, and their parents' energy that they give. You know what I'm saying? And it comes off like, you could feel it in your soul, if a parent is like really authentically going through what they're saying, what's happening with them. The fact that they lost a child, the fact that a child is just has disappeared. You know what I'm saying? You could really feel if that it's a lot of sacrificing, because they want fame, they want attention. You know what I'm saying? Or like, them sacrificing. When a child is very powerful. Mind you, children are the closest to source, right? Children are the closest to source. That's why children will tell you the truth about shit. Children are very honest, because they don't know. They don't know about. They don't learn things about, different things about emotional things until as they get older. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're not connected to all of that type of kind of shit yet. They don't have, you know what I'm saying? Ain't been broke down in certain ways to where now they're tainted. They're not tainted, right? These are pure souls at that during those times of being a child. No matter what type of kind of child it is. If it's an evil ass child, if it's because people come here fucking evil as hell. Okay, I didn't seen it with my own two eyes. I know I was talking to my auntie the other day, and she was like, well, souls don't, she's older. She was like, well, souls don't come here, evil. Souls don't come here with negative intent. I said, so you telling me that you sharing with me what you share with me about a certain person, that they didn't come here with that? Who taught her that then? Where did she get it from? She said, well, everybody that was around always babied her. But babying somebody, yeah, that bring on, different things. Yes, that affect them in a way where it take away from values and morals and integrity. But at the same time, it don't make a motherfucker evil to that extent. What she was sharing with me and what this person was doing. So yes, absolutely, motherfuckers come here just like it's souls that come here that feel like they're not in the right body. These, you guys have to get this, man, and please get this. I'm so tired of having to repeat myself on this. These are not new souls that come here. We none of us are. We are evolution itself. We are the motherfucking planets that they're talking about. Every planet that they told you was up there is inside of you. It was never up there. Ain't nothing up there but water. Ain't nothing up there but manipulation. Energy that's been manipulated. Why you think we're going through the great cleansing of this universe? Not just this earth, this universe. Why do you think that there are truths that's coming out that's always been in our face that we never seen and we were blind to it? But now we see. All of a sudden we see, right? Or have been being revealed things that we always been seeing, but seen them for something else and not for what they truly are. But now we know the truth. I told y'all the other day that we all are online. Everybody have been placed online. The veil is completely gone. It ain't no more veils, y'all. They all been lifted. We can see. You know what I'm saying? Some are cut off to certain frequencies because they haven't made it there. Did they come here to do so? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they came just to be a nuisance. Maybe they just came here to continue to play the game. It's some souls that love this shit. They love coming back and forth. There's some souls that's aware. How many times that it's a lot of souls that's aware. How many motherfucking times they've been here? Because as you age, you learn those things. It don't matter what frequency you on. You learn those things. There's certain things that we all learn about ourselves. No matter what stages we are at. You know what I'm saying? Or not, I'm not even gonna say stages. No matter what timing we on. You know what I'm saying? Whether if a motherfucker gonna come here, then or no matter if a motherfucker on their path and they're present, they're going to church, or if they're going to stalk a motherfucker to do something to them. You know what I'm saying? They get downloads too, everybody. Follow me. This is the advanced class today, they said. This is advanced. This is the advanced class. Okay? This is for the supreme souls. Okay? This is for the supreme souls. Okay? Like everything that I'm talking about, you already know. Even if it's in a different, from a different perspective, you know that what I'm saying holds substance. And this is like very, very valuable to know. It's very valuable to use what it is that you know, because that's all you can use is what you fucking know. That's how you know a person apart from you. If you can even relate with a person or connect with a person, right? Okay, y'all. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it so we can get through it. Right? So, let me finish up so that I can close this and move forward. People are sacrificing, you know, or have sacrificed you. Let's do that. Let's go from that part. Let's go from that. People have sacrificed you and have committed rituals over your avatar. And it happened over and over again, repetitively. These people are no longer, these souls are no longer in your life because they were toxic. You finally figured out that they weren't good for you. You finally figured out that they were only benefiting off of you by way of doing these rituals. Even if you didn't know at the time, or if you just now finding out, because I'm telling you, let me tell you the rituals that were taking place so that you can know exactly what I'm talking about. When a motherfucker then sat there and it could be a parent. Some of you guys have had mothers, fathers, you know what I'm saying, that sell you out. Tell all your business. Tell lies on you. Defame your character. But never tell with how they treat you behind closed doors. Never, you know what I'm saying, never be honest about who they know you are, the special, unique soul that you are. So now when people look at you and the family, they thinking that you a Jezebel, you got the spirit of a Jezebel. They thinking that you got the spirit of a seductress. They thinking that you got the spirit of an evil entity that only vibrates and came here to vibrate as a low vibrational frequency to be a scavenger because of what they said. Not one time did any of those relatives or family members or friends or whoever choose to sit you down to get to know you. They treated you and what's the word I'm looking for? They treated you and they approached you with the energy that was sold to them so that they can sacrifice you as well. It was like a pass around. You know them pass around motherfuckers that you know how they say they pass niggas around. They like, well, I didn't pass a nigga around, I didn't pass that hoe around. That's what they didn't did. You know what I'm saying? It's abuse. So this is what this look like. This is what these sacrifices look like. Because they are gaining gratification off and they're taking your essence. Your essence is being sucked out of you. So you are feeling drained. You are not feeling like who you truly are. And that's the whole goal, is to make sure that you never know who you are. For you not to know where your power lies. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got to go outside of you because you didn't know that it was inside of you. So why would you go inside of you? But they knew it was inside of you. So they're taking from within, and now they got hands in the jar. They got their hands in you. You're the jar. Why would motherfuckers be digging into you like that anyway if you didn't have something to give? Why would so many people gang up, or why would one person turn so many people against you and they actually, how can I say it? They actually agree to do what that person is doing instead of saying stop. Wait a minute. Why are y'all? Nobody stood up. Nobody said anything. These are sacrifices. You've been sacrificed many a times. And I really feel like that's where that fucking story come from about, Jesus being sacrificed and the preacher always talking about you have to sacrifice this. You got to sacrifice that in order for you to have this. You shouldn't have to sacrifice your motherfucking self to live a life and to have the people that say that they are the people that's supposed to love you or the people that saying they love you to protect you. To protect you from those that are from those souls that are the seductress souls and the souls that's out here doing those things. You know what I'm saying? Harnessing people's or children's energy. All right, so I'm not gonna stay too much on that. I just wanted to touch bases. That's the channel message. It's just a trip how things come through and how things like how I was sent that by my sister today, and it was something that I was seeing. It was a download that I was having, and it was shit that I had went through, and it was that same. It related to that same thing that she sent me, and I was like, and I hadn't even talked to her about it. She didn't know nothing about what I was feeling, but you know how that be, the real ones, we connect. So that's just what it is. Let's pull some of these cards. So now we're going to pull cards. We're coming out the channel message. Let's ring the bell, y'all. I'm hearing that Beyonce song. Won't you ring the alarm? Well, I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm. She gonna be right into the other one that you go. I think that was on her. I don't even listen to Beyonce, y'all. Like, not like that, but yeah, that just came up. So Beyonce's song could be significant. That song could be significant. I don't know the name of it. Okay, so let's get into these cards. Let's get into the reading. How long have I been on here? 44 is significant. We're going to take our time with this. Please do come back if you couldn't stay. Redirecting. Yeah, so redirecting. Being very intentional with conversations, being very intentional with your words, being having, because I'm telling you, y'all, what I'm seeing is like you're having you're like going through this phase in your life where it's like a cleaning, it's like I see like a street cleaning going on with how you allow others to operate with you, or what, you know, the how you're you know, what you're allowing in your life. Let's just say that your energy, the energy exchange. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hold on, wait a minute. No, we're gonna switch that energy up. You're learning. Okay, so you've learned. So a lot of you guys have learned or are learning. You're going through that process where you're learning. They showed me how to alchemize the energy that's coming in, even when your soul is telling you it's not right. Right then and there, your energy is changing those tunes and those vibrations that's coming from the other party, so that it won't be spells cast upon you, so that it won't be spells that's intent. You know what I'm saying? That's very fucking powerful. So a lot of you guys are knowing your power, like you're knowing it, okay? Because of you've been studying. You've been studying yourself. You've been studying others since you've been on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a child, a lot of you guys that went through, you know, a severe amount of abuse in relationships or in your childhood, you've learned and mastered those energies and how to transmute it as it comes in. You know what I'm saying? So that when you leave, you don't leave drained. You don't leave, you know, affected by what they're putting out. Okay? And that's a whole nother level. Okay, that's a whole nother level. That means that the fight that's to come, whatever fight that's coming, that's brewing up by way of you learning this skill, it's something coming. Okay, it's something coming. All right. So maybe that's what, I don't know. Let's see what we gonna get into with these cards, because it's something. Knowledge. I can't make this shit up. Knowledge. The number 34 can be significant. Yeah, you're being stabilized. You're being stabilized in every area. So your foundation is I'm seeing you guys' foundation are put in place. Even if you don't feel like it, you may need a few little kinks that need to be, you know, adored on there, or put upon, you know, that foundation that you're building. But the foundation is built. Okay, the foundation is built, and it wasn't easy building it. A lot of you guys might not even uh uh feel like you've gotten there yet, because you haven't completely gotten there. But it's done. It's already done. But there are, you know, things that you have to experience, so that the strength of that foundation can be, you know, stable. So a stabilization is significant. Knowledge, it has a lot to do with the knowledge that you carry, the wisdom that you carry. This is dope. You guys are getting a lot better in your craft. Your craft is becoming a lot better. Yeah. Release. Release it. And when this release come out after knowledge, you're releasing old patterns. I hear you speaking it forth in visions and dreams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you may be even like going into a sleep, and you hear yourself speaking things that you typically don't speak, or just new things. Like, and you like, damn, that's game. Like, that's wisdom, that's knowledge. But right before you go to sleep, or right when you wake up, you're catching your thoughts, you catching your inner soul speaking. And you're actually speaking things, you're releasing things that's from within, that was deeply rooted, and in your bloodline. You know what I'm saying? That was so deeply rooted that only you can pull it out, and new knowledge is coming in. So old ways, habits, doctrines are being released, and new knowledge is coming in, right? Okay, so I'm seeing a computer being rebooted. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like being rebooted, like it's being cleared, and all of the old information has been deleted. You know what I'm saying? It's all gone. All of the old information, but the computer still has it there, but it doesn't have any um it doesn't have any um how can I say it? It's not being used presently because it's like in a certain part of that computer where it's all newness. So it's the old is on one side and it's like the new. So it's almost like it's like a balance between the two. You found a balance between, you know, um, you found a balance between how can I say this? Between the old and the new. Okay? It's like you had to let things go in order for you to operate at your fullest potential, because of course the old can't go into the new. Like, you can't step into a room, a different room that you've never been in, with that same level of consciousness that you had in the past, because it's not the same people, it's not the same energy. You know what I'm saying? So you can't take that in there. You can't take that hood shit or that ghetto shit, or, you feel me, like, you know, a certain level of consciousness into certain communities and certain conversations to certain people, because it's going to be like very off-putting. It's not going to go, it's not going to have a connection, right, with who you truly are. So yeah, right. That's a trip. Gratitude came out. That's a trip. Gratitude. Gratitude been coming out a lot. So the number 35 can be significant. Gratitude came out, and I had seen gratitude. Yeah, you're a healer. Whoever this is, whoever this resonate with, your birthday can be a May. You could be an earth sign. Spiritual cleansing. It wasn't a downright, but I got all the cards actually in a downright. Yeah, spiritual, so it wasn't in a downright. So you're a healer. I'm seeing spiritual cleansing and meditation. I already said that's what you like. A lot of you guys are just really just in your Zen time right now, chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, not to move. You know that right now you're being guided not to move, to not react, um into be in this, you know, stabilizing, where you're stable, you're in a stabilizing type energy, no matter what's going on around you, no matter what's going on, you know, in your life. That should not be that should not have any um how can I say it? It shouldn't have jurisdiction over your avatar. Like, your soul should be, your soul is and should be, or is coming into wholly operating the vessel. Okay, so that's just like you're basically having a complete upgrade, but a disconnect from the material. Okay, a disconnect from the material, and your soul is completely operating the vessel. So a lot of you guys are getting into different mantras, going into mantras, doing different things to continue with having a healthy life in every avenue of your life. Okay, so on every level, making things you know, bringing health, like whether if it's you changing the way you eat, and you know what I'm saying, you're taking yourself through spiritual cleansing processes, you know, different process, whatever that may look like for you, or maybe that's what you need to do. Okay, let's get some messages from the cosmics, y'all. Let's get some messages from this is gonna be messages from wherever you come from. Okay, organically. So wherever you come from organically, these messages are going to come from that tribe that you come from, okay? It's not going to resonate with everybody, but let's see. So setting your intentions. Setting your intentions is very significant. That's what you've been doing, been very intentional. That's good. Because it's knowledge. It's knowledge coming through. Releasing is happening. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, okay, be silent, be still, and show gratitude to yourself. That's what this gratitude come out for. You see how shit come together? Yeah, so your spirit guys is like, show yourself some love. Do something that's going to bring peace to you. And always stay in that peaceful state, no matter even if you are in the middle of chaos. Bring peace, because you bring peace to chaos. You know what I'm saying? And whatever you can't control, you are being guided to move through it. You move straight through it. Okay, it's nothing more that I can do. Now they have to handle that. Now they have to figure it out, because you weren't meant to ever, heal somebody or ever fix somebody or ever save anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were never meant to build a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? No. It's like, okay, you gracefully come through the room and you drop your seed and you keep it fucking pushing. You know what I'm saying? You're not overextending. You're not, um over giving. You know what I'm saying? You're not, having conversations that don't have no substance or anything to do with not even their issues. They're going off on a tangent, trying to create a whole nother cycle of energy that you don't have, that you don't have no connection to, that you're not on that timing. So yes, this is a lot of growth, y'all. Show gratitude that they can't keep you in these rooms no more. They have to release you. You're not feeding into the bullshit. You're not going with what they're with, and that's gonna bring up anger. It's gonna bring up resentment. It's gonna bring up different feelings in them, not you. Okay, because you already know that everything that's happening really ain't fucking happening. If you get me. Everything that's happening really ain't happening. So it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And you have made it to that phase in your life. You like, wait a minute. It's like I'm hearing somebody speak, or I'm seeing somebody speak, and sometimes I be hearing shit. Let's just get that right. But this right now, I'm seeing like motherfuckers talking, and this is just an example. Let's say it's an example of a motherfucker talking, and you know how a person can be annoying or irritating because they're constantly complaining, or you know what I'm saying, you got somebody constantly complaining, or they want something a certain way, they want to have control, and you like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying, why do we have to just do it that way? Why does it have to just be that way? And why does it have to be a thing? Why does it have to be a thing? Because when it's a thing, now it's something, you're making it something. And now you're trying to make it a substance in my life. And so you're seeing through the illusion. You're seeing through the illusion that people are trying to cast. You're seeing through the spells that people are trying to cast, or that they've been casting. And you're not allowing them to attach that to your energy. Because once a motherfucker attach something to your energy, they got access to your vessel. Your vessel is what occupy your soul. And your soul is what carry the light. So that's how they've been taken, in their darkest times. That's how they've been taken. And this is where those rituals and sacrificing children and shit come in there too. And motherfuckers even trying to still sacrifice you to this day. You know what I'm saying? Because you carry that lamp. Okay? A lot of Hierophant energy. Going on here. Let's see. So, like I said, these messages from your tribe, okay, where you come from, okay, your whether if it's Uranus, whether if it's Venus, or if it's Neptune, wherever, we are in Neptune right now, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see, and I'm gonna share that while I'm on that. What cards was those again? Oh, right here. Hold on, let me share that with you, because you could be in any of these signs, and you need to know about it. So you can be if you're in your sun sign, that's the conscious mind and ego. Okay, Mercury, communications and mentality. If you're sitting in your Venus, you are in your love and pleasure. If you're sitting in your moon sign, if that's what's loud right now, you know, in your energy, feelings, and instincts. And I feel like a lot of you guys are in your moon signs, because I've been picking up on a lot of feelings, and you using your instincts. You really your instincts are showing you others' feelings, even though they're saying one thing. You see the true feelings that lies doormat to what they're saying. Okay, Mars, action and energy. Okay, and you guys are in your Mars. A lot of you guys are in your Mars. Check your charts, y'all. A lot of you guys are in your Mars, action and energy. You feel me? You being very mindful, very protective of your energy, okay? Jupiter, expansion, okay? And prosperity. And that even goes to a lot of you guys are in your Jupiter. Some of you guys have the Mars and the Jupiter. You guys are sitting in your Mars and your Jupiter right now at the same time, because it speaks about expansion. It speaks about prosperity. It also speaks about what I said earlier, about your foundation is already built. And it's look it, nobody has access to it. Nobody knows, you know, what you needed, what you've used to build it. Nobody knows. It's no, so, and they, look at y'all, they lurking. These motherfuckers is lurking, okay? The snakes are in the grass. Keep that shit cut low, because you were never supposed to you were never supposed to know that the foundation the structure can be broken down and rebuilt. When you master and learn how to break down a foundation and rebuild, that means that you can go through any motherfucking loss and still get up. That means that you are courageous. So courage is very significant during this time. Okay? Your courage is what's very loud. You know what I'm saying? Very courageous soul I'm picking up on. You could be a Leo, or you could have Leo in your sun. Okay? Leo and your Neptune, I'm hearing. That was gonna come out. We got honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. Okay, so you guys can be traveling, okay? And mind you, I said that these messages was coming from your from where you come from. That direct connection to your lineage. So that's where the energy and the message is coming from. Very, very powerful. It's a very, very powerful place that you come from. It's very honorable. It's a lot of honorable souls there. I mean, they all are. You know what I'm saying? They are all masters in their own rights. And yeah, a lot of you guys are in your Uranus stage. What was Uranus again? Uranus is rebelliousness, and revolution. I'm sorry. So rebelliousness and revolution, and that's that energy I was picking up on, where it was you pulling back. You not even really pulling back. I had said it. I said you're being still right now. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's a revolution going on, like, there's a lot of things happening in the energy, like, you know, in the world. Let's go take it to the material world. When people are going, when it's revolutional, when it's revolutional speakers or revolutional souls that come here to build other souls up and stuff, and they're out there, there's a lot of different entities that's attacking that revolutionists. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that revolution. A lot of the revolutionists in society have been unalived or have been thrown in jail. You know what I'm saying? Have been, you know what I'm saying? Like all kind of shit. And so, yeah, a rebelliousness. So you have that spirit of a rebelliousness. Hey, I can't make this shit up, man. So like I said, honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. Give me something else on this. What is this? What is this? This is very interesting. Very interesting energy that you guys are in. I feel like, okay, we got gold digger. So somebody could be meeting somebody this weekend, okay? We also got commitment. Things are getting serious. So somebody can be meeting somebody this weekend. Maybe you just met somebody. You could have met somebody online. Or you could have met somebody at a function, preferably maybe a wedding, or maybe in attendance to a wedding, or maybe you went out of state, out of town for the weekend, or for your, maybe you took break from, not a break, but you know how when you have a job and they you have what's the time called? You got damn, what is it called? When you get time to, go travel and shit. It's like you're taking that time that you have. Is it TPO or some shit? Like you taking that time to go and you're using your time because you get paid for it, right? Anyways, and you have to use it or either it just go to waste. Some of you guys can be on that. Just getting ready to leave or whatever. I'm just hearing like just be I'm hearing be aware of, the seductress, the seduction of others. Be aware of the seduction of others because they may speak, but they hiss. I'm hearing when they speak, they hiss. Okay, being a habit. Hey, how you doing? Okay, so it says gold digger. All right, it says they want your money being used. Okay, yeah, so somebody can be, maybe you met somebody, so whoever this is, right, in the collective, you've been out of a relationship for a while, like having a serious relationship. You haven't had that, so you are open to meeting people. You're open to, that, just that, meeting people, you know what I'm saying, getting to know people. And I'm just hearing like, don't go with the first person that you, or the second person, or the third person, like immediately jump into something serious because you're open. Like, don't just, put everything in it. Take your time, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that, like, better. I hear your lineage, those from your lineage saying like, you experience things, you experience some things enough to where, like, that it takes a lifetime to get to know somebody. So don't, you remember what it is that you've been through and what got you to where you are now, and why you were so why you were single for so long, because you knew that you needed to learn yourself. You knew that you needed to get to know who you were. You know what I'm saying? You needed to love yourself more. You needed to trust yourself. You know what I'm saying? You needed to build that relationship within yourself, so that you know what I'm saying, so that you won't go through the same shit, because you didn't have, good luck in these other relationships. But it really wasn't even like good luck. It was just like, what you wanted, they didn't want, and you know that now. But like, I also see that a lot of you guys don't want to make the same mistake, so you're like hesitant on if you should go or if you should get out there, put yourself out there. But you're ready. Absolutely, you should, because how the fuck are you gonna learn where you are? How you gonna learn what it is, or how you gonna be able to get out there and fish if you don't put yourself out there? You hear what I'm saying? So there is a commitment coming in, and there are people that's coming in that's gonna wanna make commitment with you, because, and it's gonna be a commitment with ill intentions, but it's for you to see, because you're gonna have that. You're gonna have, and when it say gold digger right here, I feel like gold digger symbolically for you means not what you have, it's not the material, it's more so you attract everything, because they see in you what you are, who you are. Even those who act like they don't know, they know. So we don't have to go back about the past that you've had. They like remember everything. Remember what you've been through here since you've been here, what you got you to where you are, so that you can be able to accept whatever it is that you identify. Whatever you identify that comes at you, whatever energy that comes at you that you identify, so that you can operate accordingly with that energy without them knowing that you know. Because that's symbolic. It ain't got nothing to do with your finances, this gold digger. But they coming in with commitments and, oh, I'm just hearing motherfuckers like, whether if it be a male or female, or if you're a divine masculine or divine feminine, I'm seeing, feminine and masculine energies, whether it be a friendship or relationship. Like, relationship is a relationship, but it depends on what kind of relationship it is. So let's say every relationship on the spectrum, you meeting people, and it's like it's like target practice. It's like you're having target practice with your instincts on what soul is what. It's like that's what you're doing. It's target practice. They made you the target, now they're the target. But this is a different kind of target practice it's like an initiation. How many can you get? How many can you be correct about and respond accordingly about? Or will you go down a path with them because out of desperation, or because you're wearing your heart on your sleeve, or because you're not listening to your inner guidance, or because you're trauma bonding? I mean, either way, it's a learn. That's why I always say it's no right or wrong decision. See, I remember the other day I was thinking like we don't even have setbacks. People, a lot of us souls that's on this evolution, we go through shit, and because we make a decision that we feel like is wrong or bad, because it affects us emotionally, we allow that to set us back. It's not a setback, but you allowed it to, based on how you took it in, based on how you perceived it. Meaning that you're still operating in that area in a lax state of mind. You're allowing the entanglement of your past to have operations in your present. So you're allowing the entanglements, which you are supposed to be disconnected with. You're supposed to be disconnected with these things that's been a hindrance to your soul, that connects you to the material, because we've moved into spirit, right? We moved into a soul planet. These are souls we're dealing with. We're in a soul state right now. We're no longer operating in the physical. We're operating from our higher self. We're saying exactly what we mean, and we're meaning what we say, and we're operating in what it is that we know, including the motherfuckers that's against you. It's target practice. They made you the target. Now they're the target. I can't make this up, dude. She's sharp. Somebody can be coming through with a confession. Someone has to tell you something. Yeah, somebody can be coming through with a confession. Somebody can be coming through asking you something, trying to like take you on a date, trying to butter you up, trying to, you know what I'm saying? They coming in and they hissing. There's something that's gonna be hissing. It's gonna be some that may be authentic. It's up to you. It's like where you at? What can you see? I don't know, man. It's not a thing where it's difficult though. Like, you can only make it hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can only make it hard on yourself. Thrush. I see you just thrusting yourself out there like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for it. And some of you guys are doing that, and some of you guys are like, okay, I need to operate at a certain speed, at a certain maybe no speed at all. I need to operate at a certain degree, because I'm sensing something. Now you're speaking. Now you're listening to your higher self, because you're listening to your senses. Because we're moving in the spirit, and when you move in the spirit, you have to move with your senses. You have to know all. I'm not just talking about eating, smelling, and drinking and hearing. This shit go deeper than that, right? Your senses, just like every molecule and atom in our body is a chakra. And it should they we should we're so we should be operating with all of them because they're all needed. That's all of our senses. So many senses that went to the wayside, but you didn't know. But you know now. Yeah. It says it's not the right time. No, it's not the right time. It's not the right time to go into um it's not the right time to be listening to what a motherfucker is trying to bring to you, because like I don't want to say bring to you, let me be very specific. Like I said, date night and confession. So somebody trying to come in is what I'm seeing, and make it seem like, you know, they're trying to be a seduce you. They're trying to seduce you, okay? But it's not in it's I don't feel like it's no good way to seduce. Like you supposed to, I feel like when you, it's like an authentic, because we're authentic, like authenticity, like originality, you know, all those type of kind of things, it just happen, right? It's like a flow. So you don't have to do no extra shit to get your man to want to rub your back. It just come. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be thinking like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Why you ain't rubbing my back? And then he like, okay, well, come here. Like, nigga, why you ain't, you see I'm over here, you know, I'm here. I'm not saying my back hurt or nothing, but it's something that I want to flow. And we have that type of kind of connection where you could just, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like telepathy, you know what I'm saying? It's being used in these relationships because we are in the spirit. And for those that's doing all the talking, that's where the confusion is. That's where the deceit is. That's where the seduction is coming from. It's just a lot of talking. Those that's talking that want to sit up there and I need to talk to you and I want to, you know, anybody, just, I don't know. It don't matter if it's a new person or an old person that's trying to come in and say, well, let's hang out. We ain't hung out in a while. I don't know, y'all. It's just no. Okay? It's just a no. They trying to make you into a working bee. They're trying to take you and take you back into that cycle. You know what I'm saying? Contracts. Let me see what else is gonna come out. It's a lot being said, but you know, take what fits, man. Take it and where it fitted in your life. I know it's gonna resonate with a lot of you guys. What happens after you find yourself? Shit, life keep happening, and you keep finding yourself. That's what happened. You go through another death and another rebirth, another death and another rebirth. That's when you know you're on the right path. That's when you know you being guided and you're listening to your inner guidance. And you have that connection to source. Yeah, it never ends. Right? It says they'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. I can't make this up. Who's coming? Why are they fucking with us? Go away. They coming through like they got a heart, but they hearts ain't right, man. These motherfuckers' hearts ain't right, man. I ain't going nowhere, man. I was about to go somewhere. I ain't going nowhere. Because my initial thing, it was to just kick back, okay? Because it's some shit going on. I could be there. And I'm like, nah, man. I just feel like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like so much. I was feeling this energy, though. I was feeling this energy. I ain't scared. You know, I jump in the, look at, man, y'all. I'm like, I got the spirit of Harriet Tubman. If she was a real person, what they said that she did, it's an energy to me, y'all. If she wasn't a real person, it still is an energy. That shit happened where even if it was in the spiritual realm, where motherfuckers was going, you know, getting people from one place, taking them to another place where they were safe. Okay, and that's what her energy talks about, Harriet Tubman, right? She was going to wasn't that Harriet Tubman who was going back to the to like the to say the slaves, and she knew the way, like she knew the way through the bayou and shit. She knew all of that. You know what I'm saying? She knew the tree branches. She knew the grass. She knew which way to go. Like she was able to be guided because her soul was there. She was there, right? I don't know. So I know how to make my way back. Like I know the way. You know the way. You a way maker. Yes. You a way maker. You're a good. Listen, that's why they coming. That's what they said. Say no. Oh my goodness. Remember where I said that these messages is coming from? I said this. I specifically said I set my intentions on your soul connection to where you come from. Where you come from. Like your direct connection to even this world. Because you're not from here. But you are, you know, connected to this earth. Like this earth creation came from about within you, right? And that's where that Uranus energy was coming, is coming in at. A lot of you guys have that Uranus energy very strong in you guys is lineage, okay, and you guys is soul tribe. And that talks about, again, rebelliousness and revolution. You guys carry a lot of knowledge. A lot of knowledge. You guys carry a lot of knowledge, and that's why people always trying to shut you up. That's why people have always wanted to speak your character before, and not wanted you to show your true self, because when you speak and when you show up and show your true face, your true I'm not face, I'm sorry, your true soul, like, shows, you know, shines through, like you it's astonishing, it's captivating, it's miraculous. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have dealt with a lot of jealousy and envy in your family and your friendships and things like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of betrayal and shit. I'm really her. I'm really her. For real. Just like you are who you are. You really are who you say you are. He said, what happens when you find yourself? You keep finding yourself, baby. It never stops. I can say so many different, I can use that in so many different terms. You better fucking know it. I shouldn't have to tell you that at this stage in your life. But it's always good to ask questions. It's never a wrong question. It's never a wrong answer, because we're constantly evolving and having breakthroughs and new things. Or it's nothing new under the sun, but it's new ways of perceiving it, right? Let me pull one more, and then I'm gonna move on. This was dope right there, though. That energy, that shit was coming through. Is there any other messages from our soul tribe? That direct connection, like, to where we come from. You guys are awesome. Fuck, I ain't talking about, damn. It says cosmic insight. It says intuition. The red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you late, to bite later. I said this. Instincts, instinctual instincts, man. Everything I said, if you guys didn't hear what I said these past like 15, 20 minutes, go back and watch this video, okay? But your intuition, it's almost like I'm being shown, like, in order for them to see, they need to have access to you. In order for them to see, in order for them to feel, in order for them to have anything, they have to have access to you. And so this is where they're coming in. But you have to, like, you need to be in a place where you're able to transmute that energy, or be in a place where you're able to fully operate at your fullest potential. And if you don't feel like you can operate at your fullest potential, that's okay. That don't mean that you're not whole. That means that you need some more time before you put yourself out there, before you go into union with anybody, or choose to step out and even start a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Or even, like, how fast a motherfucker is moving really show you. Is anybody that's trying to rush and do anything with you, Anytime somebody trying to do that, and I learned that throughout my life, trying to rush and just, that ain't got nothing to do with being persistent and somebody liking you. It's that rushing shit is because a motherfucker got a different type of kind of intent. It's not no good one. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more time. It's just not right. It's just not right. So listen to your intuition, all right? Listen to your intuition. Motherfuckers is trying to rush and get acquainted and get to go out with you and lay up with you and know your business and asking certain questions. Like, we ain't even in that time. Don't worry about what the fuck. It's certain shit that I just don't like when motherfuckers ask. I don't like when a motherfucker asks me, well, where do you work? What do you do? Like, I don't ask people shit like that because I don't give a fuck because I ain't taking care of you. That's not my business. You know what I'm saying? It's not my business. Or, well, what's up with your last relationship? What the fuck do it matter what my last relationship was? You know what I'm saying? I ain't in that motherfucker no more. I ain't there. You know what I'm saying? And when you start speaking to people like that, if that turns them off, that's fucking fine. We're not here to please anybody. We're not people pleasing. You people please if you want to, and that's going to get your ass locked back up in that prison that you was in for all the motherfucking years in that relationship that didn't go right and that took a lot out of you. We've moved out of that. We've stepped into a whole nother dimension. So it's going to take us to operate with a whole nother set of morals, intentions, integrity, thought. You know what I'm saying? Even how we operate our hearts now. We can't operate our hearts how we used to operate our hearts. And we can't allow anybody just to come in and operate our hearts either. Because that's what we've done. We wasn't taught how to protect it. The essence. We weren't taught how to protect our essence because our essence is what? It's us. Our essence don't got nothing to do with the physical. Our essence is actually operating the vessel. Our essence is actually the cash flow. The real cash flow. Our essence is like a fucking, you know what's in the good Slurpee and how motherfuckers slurp out? That's what they've been doing. That's the sacrifice. That's not sacrificing. That's how you sacrifice yourself when motherfuckers have access to do that. But what it is that's how those rituals have been, with those rituals that I was talking about that's been set up. And as you went through those ritual processes, that's what they were doing. Like a Slurpee, a straw. They were sucking your energy. Humiliation rituals that was cast upon you and your family, friendships, relationships, marriages, sister and sister relationships, brother and brother. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? You could be a Gemini or a Libra or Aquarius that needs to listen to your intuition right about now. You are being guided. Okay, wait. Oh, so it says guardian, a guardian, a lost loved one watches over you. Okay, this lost loved one can be a Cancer, a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. All right. Could have passed away maybe 4 years ago or 4 months ago. Stars, maybe the name Star can be significant as well. And this relative could have been into spirituality as well, or was knowledgeable about certain things when it came to spirituality. Just a different soul. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or maybe you got that in your chart. And what else coming through? Yeah, they just want you to manifest. They don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? They don't want you to experience, any more pitfalls. But they know that you're gonna go through things, but they really are connecting with you. And that's why your intuition is needed. Your intuition is needing your attention right now. You know what I'm saying? Your attention right now. Like, pay attention to your intuition. Okay? And these next 3 to 6 months, you need to pay attention to your intuition. I don't give a fuck who come across your path. The first red flag. I don't give a fuck. We ain't giving nobody no, it ain't no chances. It ain't no 3 chances, y'all. Because it's getting more severe how their minds are thinking on what to do to you. It's getting severe because they don't have, now they're just taking lives. They're finding ways to just take lives. Like, you know what I'm saying? They to set up. Uh I'm just saying like insurance policies and shit like that. Like this got a lot to do with your inheritance on what you have inside of you. This is not like a material thing. This is more so like a ritual that they're trying to perform. They need to perform a ritual so that they can gain light, so that they can gain, because it's like, it's almost like, I don't know if y'all heard about them eating mermaids and stuff, which this been going on for centuries, for centuries and lifetimes. But like, you know, when you consume something, whatever that is that you consume, whatever meat that is, or whatever that meat had connection to, whatever it went through, the process it went through before it got to your plate, when you consume it, now you as a consumer are internally experiencing, even if you don't know it, you're experiencing whatever that what was on your plate have experienced. Whatever was in that or injected into that is now in your blood, is in your blood cells, okay? And that's why a lot of people are sick and going through a lot of different, you know what I'm saying, sicknesses because of that. But you got to think about it like this as well. Sicknesses is not just in the body, it's in the soul. And so if the sickness is in the body, and it transmute into the soul as well by way of what we consume, what people say, what we watch. You know what I'm saying? The energy exchanges that we have. All of these things are significant right now. And all of these things is very much so in need of your instinct and your intuition in order for you to achieve a level of achieve, how can I say it? To achieve at your greatest potential, so that you won't experience being confined and locked in how they want you, or even sacrificing your soul. You know what I'm saying? Them sacrificing your soul. You have to be aware. And this is why this loved one, a lost loved one, watches over you. And the thing is this loved one is not lost, because if it was lost, this loved one wouldn't be able to watch. This loved one wouldn't be able to have a connection to you. And this loved one, it's like I see him at your right side, like on your bed. So some of you guys could be experiencing like presence on this side of you. You know what I'm saying? You look to the side because they feel like something is there. And they're very present. Like I said, it could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or it could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. Really guiding your feet, because Pisces talk about, you know, taking steps and things like that, and the steps that you take in life, just spiritually, you know, it's your soul. What direction are you choosing to go in, or are you being still? So stillness again is coming up. Stillness. They want you to be still, y'all. They want you to be still when you are in operation, though. You get what I'm saying? So that means that you are present. Stillness is present. So you being present is you being in stillness, even if you're operating the vessel and you around a lot of motherfuckers. Even if you are in a setting where it's other people, or on a date or something, you're present and you're being still, so that your instinct and instinctually you can see whatever is around or on that person, whatever is occupying the vessel apart from you. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna kick back. Cause I'm already gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, get out there. I need some motherfucking I most definitely would prefer to make sure that I am able to operate at my fullest potential, not be tired, not have any. So you guys are, you know what I'm saying? I feel like y'all see that you guys have came a long way, and you guys are celebrating that within yourself, and you're doing it with peace. You know what I'm saying? Like you're bringing heaven. Like you really have, you've made it to heaven. You've made it to heaven, okay? And here, because that's where heaven always have been, right? They just said it was up there. But we know it's some bullshit. We know. Okay, so let me see. Look, let me pull. Okay. I've been on here for a minute, huh? Almost an hour, I feel like. I mean, it looks like. It looks like. But it don't feel like that. Because I love it. I fucking love it. Let's see. Triumph. At the bottom of the deck. Just what I said. You see how Big Mama work? When she speak to us. When they speak to us. You know what I'm saying? That's how I be telling the motherfucker. They be coming for me. I be like, they ain't gonna let you do it. Who you talking about? Who am I talking about? A lot of you guys can think that you guys are introverts, but it's not that you are introverts. It's just that you love peace. You guys actually are very good with, and people don't even know that about you. I'm talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I just see you like, damn, we gon' show the world. That song is significant. Is that Lil Boosie? My nigga. Yeah, we gon' show. You guys are innovative. Very innovative, very interesting beings, okay? It's an honor. It's absolutely an honor. I take this shit serious. I don't play with it. I don't. I don't play with magic. Because then it turns into a different kind of, what kind of magic? Everybody got magic, and everybody use it for their own gain or however they use it, right? As we've been demonstrated on. Motherfuckers ain't setting no demos no more, though. They're being set as demos. They're demos. You know what I'm saying? Not to fuck with you. Based on how they've their encounter with you. It's a lot of suffering going on. And that's why it's a trip. Like, motherfucker, you suffering. You got a band-aid on your motherfucking head. At this point in the spiritual realm, you gone and you still manic. You still coming. You still coming like that. Not just for me, but for others. You still in that lack mind state, and that's fine. That's cool. But don't bring that shit over here. Don't think that I'm finna let you or allow you to even touch anything. Even if I speak to a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? They still don't have no access to it's no energy exchange. It's an energy exchange, but the energy exchange is I'm able to take that energy that's coming in right there and turn it into what I want to turn it into. And I'm saying exactly what it is that I feel. I'm taking my time. And this is when you know yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got to hurry up and dismiss a motherfucker and send them along their way with that energy, I'm not taking it with me. I'm not administering that into me. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that I'm not going to let it affect me, affect my mind, my heart. It's not triggering me. You're not taking me down that fucking rabbit hole with you. I refuse to go. I've been there. I know it ain't. I know it's not good there. That's why you need to get your shit together. This is what, this is what they need to do. I'm not talking to the collective that's been attacked, that's found a place of peace. I'm good. How you doing? I hope I'm saying it right, Sierra. I think it's Sierra. My ass. Horrible with names. I see you, though. Hi. So let's see. Some of you guys can have children that you manage in something. Okay? And what I mean by that, like, you could be very close with your child when it comes to the wisdom and knowledge that you're learning, and you're teaching them as you learn. You're teaching them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are trying to tell you, like, or you could have people, I'm not gonna say a lot. You can have people that see this and they're turning their nose up to it, as if you are teaching them some type of kind of witchcraft or some type of kind of, okay, that's what's up. Like you teaching them some kind of witchcraft or something. But keep going. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I got kids, and I'm very open with my kids about, where I am today, presently. And I know that if I knew what I knew now, it would have helped me so much at their age. I'm all about telling my kids the motherfucking truth. You know what I'm saying? Being honest with them. Because when I leave, I need them to know the truth. Tomorrow, not promise. If I leave this motherfucker, I need them to know the truth. Because other motherfuckers, the same motherfuckers that was on me trying to attack me, is going to be on them. And they are. And maybe they don't see it. Our kids don't be seeing everything we see. They haven't experienced life like that. That's why we have to be patient with them. You know what I'm saying? Especially with our daughters. And, our sons too, equally. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, they both require something more than the other. But ultimately, it's the truth that they deserve. You know what I'm saying? We came up in churches that was lying to us. We came up in families that carried on horrible, activities. You know what I'm saying? And it affected us. And we don't want our children to be, to think that those things are normal or those are things that you're supposed to continue on. No, you stop that. It's over with. It's going to stop with me and my household. That's how you heal generational curses. That's how you heal generational alcoholism, drugs, the R word. Those things that was in the bloodline that they protected, that the aunties and the uncles and the mamas and the cousins protected because they were in fear that if the system changed, that if something was gonna happen. If I don't even, I mean, the shit gets so deep, that's just a fucking rabbit hole in itself. And that's where they want to keep your children. That's why they feel some type of kind of way about you sharing and releasing, the bullshit and sharing the knowledge that you have with your children. Don't let a motherfucker tell you how to raise your kids, man. Don't let a motherfucker try to say, well, you think it's probably not time for them to know. It's fucking time, because my time can be up, and if I don't let them know, they ain't gonna know. That's why you got to keep motherfuckers away from your kids too. Don't be just letting anybody keep your kids and be around your kids, because motherfuckers be, I'm telling you, but it's everybody, but it's so many plants out here. It's so many plants in these bloodlines. Okay? And it be some cool motherfuckers. But the minute that you turn your back, or the minute that you put trust in them to be around your children, they saying certain things and dropping seeds as if that shit won't affect them. Because it does. It's a child. They don't know. Whole time they didn't say some shit to your kid, but your kid didn't say nothing because your kid, it stayed there, but they don't even know how to interpretate what it is that they heard. So they take it and they create it what it is. It's certain shit that they don't need to hear. But at the same time, you know what to feed your children. You know what to feed your kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and when you know that a motherfucker is still got one foot in the door and one foot out the door, and you ain't making a connection with them solely on a soul level, you gotta watch. You gotta watch them around your kids. You gotta check shit. Like, nah, I'm not with that. That system is shut down. That system don't work. It didn't work for you. It damn sure ain't gonna work for mine. You gotta really let motherfuckers know today. That's the season that we in. And that season ain't never shutting down. It ain't never closing. You have to be very, very intentional with your words, with the words that people speak onto you, what they speak onto your children, what they bring around you. You got to be intentional. Some of us don't have the luxury to be in our own place. Some of us don't have the luxury to operate, in a certain way where we're still gaining momentum. We're still building, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it happens, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you are going through hardship, if you are going through things in life where you have to be at the will of others or be at a will with others, don't let that will be the will that drives your motherfucking boat. Hand that motherfucker to them and create your own. Create your own path, create your own way, because you have the knowledge to do so. You have the guidance. Even though that say gratitude, that's guidance, man. That's a light, man. That's inspiration. And there's no expiration date on inspiration. There's no expiration date on fulfillment, on being whole. There is an expiration date on them motherfucking bloodlines that think that system still, because it's already expired. It doesn't work for us today. It doesn't work in the spirit. That's a revelation. A lot of revelations is happening right now. pride. So we got pride that came out, self-esteem, self-worth, and ego on top of knowledge. Check yourself. Check yourself if you have to. Check anybody else around you. That's what we're in this season. Let me redirect you respectfully. Motherfucker don't have the patience to have the conversation that they started or that they brought to you, or the energy that they brought to you. If they don't have the time and they want to rush through it, bitch, you would never have the opportunity again. You won't get it again. Because I see where you are. And now I'm going to release you with all the shit that you brought. That shit ain't staying over here, and I won't think about it another motherfucking minute, another second. I did what I had to do. You get the drift. You get it. Because once I leave this motherfucker, bitch, you won't be able to see nothing. You won't be able to feel nothing. You won't be able to nothing. I guarantee you, once you take your power, once you take your essence back from a motherfucker, and taking your essence back look like what? It looked like not being able to be triggered, not taking whatever they didn't gave out or whatever they didn't distributed out, and not being a consumer of it at all. I can turn around and walk away and never fucking look back. Because we're operating in instinct. We're being instinctual. During these times. That's why that animal totem. The animals are significant. Being outside is significant. Being connected having connections, intentional connections. We're intentional. Having intentional connections with spirit outside. What's the word I'm looking for? In the wilderness, outside, just being outside. Okay? So it's a lot of downloads coming in. Reservation, desire, worth, extravagance. Let me see. Yeah, I just said that. I said that in the beginning. Stability. Your stability is finna change. It has changed. Your stability has changed. That foundation is already built and it's indestructible. And they're trying to figure out, how did you get to where you are? How did you let go? How did you heal? How did you transmute the energy? How are you transmuting the energy now as we speak? Or as you deal with others out there and your diligence with others, how are you able to leave those situations without emotionally being attached, emotionally being, you know what I'm saying? The great release is what I'm hearing. So they're trying to, I'm telling y'all, whoever this shit resonate with, man, they are trying to find a way to get you out. It's like pull you out. They want, okay, so we got to go out into the wilderness, right? That's how we learn. We go back into the wilderness, it's like like in the tribes. I haven't experienced being in this kind of tribe, but I know because my soul has been, right, in so many different places. So like in the tribe, it's kind of symbolic to what we go through in this lifetime, in this era. But it's different. And it's almost like how when the men would go out and hunt. The man would go out and hunt, and the women would stay and take care of the, the grounds, right? They were the fertilization. The fertilization, they fertilize the land so that it can be fruits and vegetables and things like that, so that they can feed, the men and the children and the elders and things like that. And then you have the elders who, and the shamans that read the energy on the land and was able to allow the whole camp to know what was to come, what season we were in, if the rain was coming, if it was going to be windy. So they knew ahead of time, you know what I'm saying? They knew these are the things that's been being stolen from you. These are the instincts that I speak of. And then we had the tree people in these tribes that protected and seen afar. So this is that falcon energy, that eagle energy, that owl energy. They seen and they heard, they can hear. They can hear way more than we can hear now today because it was the instincts. I mean, I'm talking about, I'm just seeing like miles and miles and miles away, they were able to tell if it was an attack coming. Instinctually, they felt. This is what's been being extracted. This is what they've been consuming from you. That's what they're coming in for. The desire. They've always desired you. And the energy that I'm picking up on, y'all, this is not a good energy. We are in the year of the snake, like I said. This energy and y'all been being shown about certain individuals in your life, or there's been in you past life events that's taking place, that's been coming to you guys, that's been being shown, downloads, all kind of things that's adding up to why you have what you have in you and who you truly are. You know what I'm saying? In your essence. Reservation. Trying to come in and make a reservation with you. And I said that earlier. I'm going to have to go back and watch it. But it's not a thing where it's internal love. You know what I'm saying? And these people have no imagination. So you're going to be able to weed the snakes from the real. You're going to be able to read the fakes from the real. You know what I'm saying? You are, but you're going to have to take heed the first time. You're not supposed to stay in nothing that makes your internal instincts feel any type of kind of frequency that's low. That's how your instinct, that's how instinctual you will know. Because when they come around, when the snakes come around, those, I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's somebody new, your frequency vibration, it's going to, it's like a reflector. I'm seeing it. You're gonna feel it in your frequency. How in their low vibration is going to instinctively tell your energy who they are, but you have to be paying attention. And it's not for them to know that you know either. Because just like they played in your face, and lied about who they were, and said I love yous, and was parents. These are parents. These are people that you know. These are people that was close to you. Because they still think that you don't know who you are. It's like, how do you think that you could come in and deceive me? I don't even fuck with you no more. But what about those that you don't know, the new people that's coming in? Because some of you guys aren't in relationships and you have an open heart to get to know people. But this energy resides in so many different vessels. New snake, different face, right? Or new face, same snake, but with different attributes about them. They say new levels, new devils. That's the energy I'm picking up on. Yeah, they lack so much. Like, it's no way that you're not going to be, if the only way you're not going to be able to instinctively pick up on this is if you are being desperate for love, or being, you know what I'm saying, desperate for some fucking conversation, or just because you want to wear your heart on your sleeve and shit. Look, let's move on, okay? Let's keep going. Sweet dreams, adventure. Sweet dreams, adventure, right? Y'all, I can't make this shit up, bro. I cannot. Spirit is loud. On top of release. What did I kept saying? I said I ain't going nowhere. I'm just finna chill. I'm gonna be still in this one. I was already feeling, you know what I'm saying? It says adventure, sweet dreams, man. This is peace right here. When you release, you have peace. When you release, you have peace. I'm just gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna leave that right there. Didn't I just say something about loneliness? When you release, you have peace. You don't feel alone when you're at peace. That don't even exist. Alone don't even exist. What they do don't exist. Even if they come to you doing it, it doesn't exist. Why do it make you feel some kind of way? Then that is something that you need to go back to. And it's okay to go back into yourself because it's only right there. You ain't got to go way around the corner. You ain't got to travel all the way up there. You ain't got to do all that. All you got to do is adventure within. Adventure within where the peace. Peace so that you can release. And will you have a helping hand? Mercy, charity, kindness. Will you have a helping hand? Absolutely. You always have. You've always been connected to the infinite. You've always had an infinite amount of substance in you that's valuable. Currency, the true currency. That's why so many had straws in on it. That's why with so many hands in on you not knowing who the fuck you are. That's why with so many hands in you not finding out who you are. You not going on your journey, on the adventure, the real life adventure, happiness, peace, not being inadequate, not dealing with inadequate motherfuckers. They can only eat on your, they only want to eat off of your plate, willing to suck you dry. And then jump on you, stump on you, shoot you, everything while you're down. Really get it in. We not doing that. 8 is significant. Zeros, it's been a lot of zeros. That's portals, y'all. So I was picking up on that too. Portals. It's a lot of portals open. It's a lot of entering and breaking and entering. These motherfuckers think that we're not aware of what's going on. For a motherfucker to think that a motherfucker is unintelligent after I didn't cut your ass off, after I've been okay with you not wanting to have a relationship with me when I know I haven't done anything wrong to you, you got to be a motherfucking fool to think that the collective or myself is unaware of who y'all are. To think that you could come in and persuade or pursue a relationship so that you can only attack the child within me, because that's what they do. That's why children are sacrificed every day. That's why it's such a, why you think it's a traffic ring. It's children mainly. Yes, adults and it's adult men and women, but it's children that they want. Bring the children to Jesus. That's what the churches used to teach and preach. Bring your children to Jesus. They wanted the kids. They want the child in you. That's why, that's where they start disrupting. They start disrupting the child's mind, internal organs right when they come out. Right at birth. Everything was designed at birth by way of extracting the child from the mother and disconnecting the child from the mother. So a motherfucker could never tell me that they for me, because you could feel that shit. The baby felt it because it was done inadequately. It was done in a way where it wasn't organic. It wasn't organic to our souls on how it was supposed to truly happen so that we can have everything that we need when we come here, because we were already given everything that we need when we come here. So they had to set up a system to tamper with us from the beginning of our existence in the physical realm. Fuck it, I can't make it up. I'm like, well, I look down and see this at the bottom, death and ritual. What I've been talking about this whole time. They've been performing rituals over you since before you can, in so many different lifetimes. You know, earlier, y'all, I on everything I seen this shit. A lot of you guys, lifetimes It's like, go back 4. It was 4 lifetimes ago. That's significant. And the lifetimes that you've been shown in that order, you've seen it. They've shown you certain things. You've putting it together. You know what I'm saying? And it's putting you back together. It's putting you, it has putting you back together in ways to know, for you to remember that you are whole, that you came here whole, that you came here with more significance than you could ever think of, right? It's like a rooted tree is what I'm seeing, okay? So a lot of you guys have that wisdom from that tree that was knocked down. It was a tree that they knocked down. I don't know. I could just see it. I could just see it, y'all. These motherfuckers. It says, ceremony, mystery, magic, endless, harm, inevitable. Inevitable souls trying to come in. 79 is significant. 18 is significant. You need to really, really, really show your soul some. Make sure you show your soul some gratitude, man. Just celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. I don't give a fuck if you get some wine, if you have a drink. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? It's and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, however it is that you have fun. Some people don't drink, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, as long as you know how to be moderate with it, you know, and not overdo it. You know, so too much of anything is not good, right? You know what I'm saying? You can exercise too much and that's not good for you. Shit. You can fast too much and that's not good for you, because we do need vitamins and nutrients, you know what I'm saying, in our body. So let's see, you guys. Let me see, because I've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes. This was a good one. Spirit speak. Let me see, y'all. Let me pull some more of these cards. Okay, here come my band right here. And I'm going to let y'all get up out of here. I'm going to get a message from Source. I want to get a message from Source for y'all. And it's going to be 3. Matter of fact, I'm going to do 4. I'm going to do 4 cards from Source over all things, right? Over all things, even the ones that was even the entities that was created by man. Source over all things, even those that's very powerful in the cosmos, in the oceans, over all motherfucking things. All right, that's where the message is gonna come from. That's my intentions, and that's what it will be. So let's pull a couple more of these cards. Okay, we got Justice and the Devil when I split the deck. Hold on, let me show y'all. We got the Devil card. Okay, and Justice. Right, let's see what this is. So you could be an Earth sign, or a Capricorn. That's crazy. Addiction, obsession, mental health, materialism, bondage, temptation, fear, lies, violence, ignorance, doubt, sexuality, trap. Somebody, number 15 could be significant. This, I'm speaking directly to somebody's soul. This whole time, right? That's what it's been. It says you are only limited by what you believe is possible. You are only limited by what you believe is possible. Okay? If it's anything that's been on your mind heavy about a person, about maybe a Capricorn, it could be a Capricorn, it could be any earth sign. If it's something that's been on your mind to, how can I say it, operate, or whatever the case may be, if it's a question and whatever, it's a no. Okay? It's a no. And what I mean by that is like, this person or these people, this energy, cannot hurt you anymore, right? They can't do, like, if it's people in your life, whether if it be a parent, mother, father, they can't hurt you anymore. So, like, I'm really feeling like, you know, and I'm feeling this, like, you know, like, even if it's like they want to call truce. They want to call truce. Now, should you get in bed with them? Absolutely fucking not. And what I mean by that, I'm not talking about sexually. I'm just talking about doing any business or any, you know what I'm saying, thing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you don't. You know, it's nothing more. You guys' path has ended. You know what I'm saying? You guys' journey together, or whatever journey, whatever place they played on, whatever part of your journey, it's over with. It's gone. It's a wrap. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing more that you guys can learn from each other, or that you guys can give each other. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that you can give each other, if you try to go back in, it would be obstacles. You know what I'm saying? It says addictions, obsession, mental health. And a lot of these motherfuckers, you feel me, like, they're not where you are. You know what I'm saying? Capricorn energy can also be significant to what you've gotten out of your system. You know what I'm saying? As well. You've had so many tower moments, and those tower moments were breakdowns of habits, uh, thought patterns,